This is Channel 25 WVTT Olean. Now, from the Twin Tiers' biggest broadcast news operation, this is the 6 o'clock report with Jeff Andrulonis and Alexa Olson. Listen on News Radio 96.7 WVTT or watch on News Channel 25 WVTT television. WVTT proudly presents the 6 o'clock report.
Good evening, I'm Alexa Olson.
And I'm Jeff Andrulonis. Good evening. The big story tonight on the 6 o'clock report. Law enforcement have released names of the 42-year-old woman and her two grandchildren who were all killed when flames swept through their home in Bolivar.
That's right, Jeff. State police say that Tina Kemp, 2-year-old Jessica Holmes, and 3-year-old Eric Holmes died in that early Sunday morning fire. Officials say the home was engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived. The cause is still being investigated.
It may be next year before a former Bradford City police chief goes on trial. 52-year-old Michael Close had a court appearance yesterday in Carrollton. He was granted a continuance until last month. Close is accused of assaulting a woman on May 9th in a vehicle while it was parked on the side of U.S. Route 219 in Limestone. Now, Close had already been charged with the assault of the same victim during a domestic dispute in March of 2010 while still serving as Bradford's police chief. He retired from his position with the Bradford City Police Department shortly after that incident.
Well, for the 9th consecutive year, the Princeton Review has recognized the University of Pittsburgh at Bradford as one of the best colleges in the Northeast. President of the university, Dr. Livingston Alexander, said in a statement yesterday that he is very pleased that Pitt Bradford has once again received this national recognition, adding that campus faculty and staff are even more pleased this year that the Princeton Review specifically cites UPitt Bradford's affordability, since everyone on campus works very hard to ensure that students get a quality education that's affordable. The Princeton Review selected Pitt Bradford as one of 222 institutions it profiles in its Best in the Northeast section of its PrincetonReview.com feature, 2013 Best Colleges Region by Region.
We all know how annoying it can be to be behind a bus that makes frequent stops. But don't think about passing those buses in Bradford. Most of the school buses in the Bradford Area School District are now being equipped with new technology, cameras, not inside, but outside, equipped so that the buses can capture the license plate of any driver who illegally passes a school bus. Officials say those who are able to witness such an event and then report it are even more important. Motorists convicted of violating Pennsylvania's school bus stopping law face a $250 fine, 5 points on their license, and a 60-day license suspension.
Over the weekend, Politico reported a legislative delegation visited Israel last August and raised some eyebrows when they were there. That delegation included U.S. Representative Tom Reed. There were allegations some of the congressional members went swimming in the Sea of Galilee, one of them without a bathing suit, and alcohol was also reportedly involved. Congressman Reed stood strong in his position that he didn't feel like what he did was inappropriate. He did admit getting into the water, but was fully clothed at the time.
My wife and I did go swimming in the Sea of Galilee. We were appropriately clothed. There was no question on that front. And we're watching this develop almost a year later. From my perspective, we didn't see anything that was inappropriate.
Reports indicate the FBI is allegedly investigating the incident. Reed also denied that allegation. This is what he had to say about that.
There were no FBI investigations that we're aware of. No authorities contacted our office. There was no reason, from my perspective, for there to be an investigation, and I think that's just some inaccurate information that's out there.
Pennsylvania Senator Wayne Fontana of Pittsburgh has been leading the conversation with Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett about making the voter ID process more simple and convenient for voters who need a valid photo ID law.
There's a lot of things that we can do, I think, very quickly to accommodate those folks out there that need a more convenient center to go to get their photo ID. We're in a position to make it more convenient if the governor and the secretary so agree.
With the controversial photo voter ID law scheduled to take place in the fall, Senator Fontana sent a letter to Governor Corbett that asked the governor to take additional steps to establish these neighborhood centers to help people get the identifications they will need to vote in this year's November general election. Fontana says he has not yet received a response from the governor, but plans to follow up later this week if a response from the administration has not been received.
A famous Jamestown artist will have his artwork sold at auction in New York City this fall. Roger Peterson was an iconic artist in the Chautauqua Lake area. He passed away in 1996, but his legacy lives on. Hundreds of pieces of Peterson's lifetime work will be put in auction in New York City on September 8th at Guernsey's Auctioneers. Many of those artwork pieces that Peterson is famous for are of birds. Honor killings in Pakistan and getting tough on truant students. WVTT's World News Roundup is next as the 6 o'clock report continues here on News Channel 25 WVTT.